the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
You can't go home safe, you can't go to the movies safe, you can't go nowhere and be safe. I want to actually move out of the DMV area.
Developing now at 10, another shooting involving an officer in D.C. Knives and guns come out when a fight on a bus spills out onto the street. Daily commuters shaken up by more violence. We are live with this troubling trend.
Plus, we're learning an SUV involved in a deadly wreck on Rock Creek Parkway has a long history of unpaid traffic fines tonight. We're getting answers as to why repeat offenders are allowed on the roads.
Also, DC News Now is the only DC station covering the Maryland men's basketball team in Birmingham, Alabama, where they're live as a Terps move on to the next round of the NCAA tournament.
And we are just days away from the first day of spring, and it sure felt like it out there today. Beautiful conditions, but will they last as we go into the weekend? We'll have a check of the forecast here in just a bit.
We begin with breaking news. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Mark Hall, filling in for Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz. In our top story tonight, more trouble with Metro, as Crystal City Metro Station has just been evacuated. Officials are investigating reports of smoke conditions at the station.
Our Max Marcella is live on the scene. And Max, what have you learned so far?
Well, we've learned that there has been good news that the source of the fire, which Metro says was an elevator, well, they have located it and they are in the process of clearing out some of the fire and Metro police units here. But this caused sort of a wild scene as the station had to be evacuated a little bit before 9:30. The station was cleared and Blue Line trains are moving past the Crystal City Metro stop. So that's what we know now. Again, the fire was an entrance elevator. We know that. As you might have just seen the bus behind me, they are still moving and operating. When we first got here about 15 minutes ago, a lot of people standing around waiting. They have kind of gone their ways and the scene is sort of clearing out. But again, the fire started from an elevator and they are beginning the process of clearing some of the units and sending them all home. Reporting live from Arlington, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Well, thank you, Max, right there. And hey, looking out at those weather conditions here this evening, well, it turned out to be a very beautiful day. We're trying to carry that on now into the overnight hours. Look at these high temperatures again. Wow, we felt like spring indeed. 60s all the way from the far southern extent of Maryland all the way back into the mountains of West Virginia. Finally, we were able to get those warmer temperatures back. Now, of course, it has cooled down a little bit since earlier on this afternoon, but we're still in the 50s right through Loudoun, Fairfax, Montgomery, and Frederick counties. Some 40s popping up, but all in all, it is definitely not as chilly as it has been for recent overnights. And part of the reason it's not cooling off too much, look at the clouds. They are filling in quickly here, folks, and we can very easily see that next storm system and rounds of rainfall that are on the way as we head toward the very end of the week. But we're not going to really see those soggy conditions just yet. We'll stay dry through the night and into your Friday morning. A few spotty showers will start to pop up as we get into the daylight hours. But the key part here is that these showers are going to be very spotty. So when are you most likely to need that rain gear, and how chilly is it going to get this weekend? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
And happening now, March Madness is underway. We've got you covered on all things Terps, both the men's and women's basketball teams. And get this, we are the only DC station in Birmingham, Alabama, covering the Maryland men's basketball team. So let's head over to our sports reporter, Alex Flum, where all the excitement is growing after a big win over West Virginia. Hey there, Alex.
Hey guys, well, there is plenty of excitement today because the mantra of March Madness is survive and advance. Maryland survived today and they're advancing on to the second round after a tight 67-65 win over West Virginia. And the Terps, they're going to have to focus on the second round soon, but they had a chance to celebrate that win earlier today.
Being able to survive and advance, it means a lot. Just getting another opportunity to play basketball and compete. That's what we came to do, is just keep advancing. And it was a dog fight, but we was able to come out on top.
Not too many people get this moment and it's very special just to come out here and just be able to perform in front of a large crowd and perform with my brothers, my family. Just knowing that we came out here and got the job done means everything.
This is all about these kids, how they've come together, this team. This was all about them, fighting, getting down, and not giving up on each other and pulling out a great win.
Maryland, when the second round starts on Saturday, will be one of the last 32 teams standing in the entire country competing for a championship, but it's going to be a tough test. They're going to take on the #1 overall seed in the Big Dance, and that's Alabama, the team that plays right here in the state of Alabama. And we will be here in Birmingham covering the Terps through the weekend. But for now, reporting outside Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama, Alex Flum, DC News Now.
Thank you, Alex. So Maryland isn't the only men's team in our area in the Big Dance. Our sports director, Derek Forrest, has highlights of Howard taking on top-seeded Kansas. That's just ahead in sports.
And developing now, one man is stabbed, another shot by a transit police officer.
It all happened outside a metro station in Southeast. Our reporter Mariel Carbone is live on Howard Road at the Anacostia station. That's where it all unfolded around 4:30 this afternoon. And Mariel, recently, MPD and transit police joined forces to prevent violence at several metro stations.
That's right, Mariel. And Anacostia station was not the one. I'm sorry, Mariel. Anacostia, that station was not one of those locations that were considered a priority.
Yeah, it's not. That's the station we're at right now. And I asked the police chief about that when we talked to him earlier today, but he made the distinction that the situation and then the shooting that followed happened on a circulator bus, not a metro one. It just happened to be that it was next to the metro station, so transit police were able to respond. But people in this area that take the transit system, they say they are just sick and fed up of this violence.
I'm sick and tired of it. Like, I'm fed up about it. You can't go home safe, you can't go to the movies safe, you can't go nowhere and be safe.
Brittany Coleman says she's fed up with the violence in D.C. The latest, a man stabbed, another shot, just outside the metro stop she takes every day.
My 5-year-old told me he is scared to go outside because he thinks he's going to die. And my 5-year-old should not feel like that at 5.
Sometimes, people do things that just don't make sense.
According to Police Chief Robert Conti, 2 men in their 20s started fighting on this circulator bus. They got off the bus onto Howard Road, and one man pulled out a knife, stabbing the other. A witness flagged down a Metro Transit police officer working at the Anacostia station. The officer demanded the man drop the knife. When that didn't happen, he fired one shot, hitting the man.
We're thankful that the officer was here in close proximity and able to prevent the person who was being stabbed from further injury.
Conti says both men involved in the fight are being treated at an area hospital.
I want to actually move out of the DMV area.
As for Coleman, she says the whole incident is unacceptable.
Who is people to play God and determine if somebody should live or not? Should nobody be able to determine that but the person who bought us all here?
And because an officer did fire his weapon out here tonight, the Metropolitan Police Department is investigating, specifically the investigation team of the Internal Affairs Bureau, and they will be looking into exactly what happened out here today. Reporting live in Anacostia, Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
Mariel, thank you. So we're keeping an eye on any updates as they come into our newsroom. Be sure to stay with us on air and online at dcnewsnow.com.
And new tonight, students in the Alexandria Schools will see a new and visible change to how the district hopes to keep them safe.
Yeah, so we first reported about the widespread community support for weapons detecting devices inside city schools last night.
And tonight, Max Marcella is pulling double duty for us. He was at the Alexandria School Board meeting and has a report on how really students, well, first of all, they got a chance to see these devices, and they also got a chance to hear their reaction.
As school districts across the country fund new ways to try and keep students and staff safe, Alexandria City Public Schools is making its latest move. Tonight, overwhelming support for a plan to bring weapons detecting devices like this one to 2 high school and 2 middle school campuses.
It's our belief the solution will act as a deterrent for weapons to make their way into the school grounds, in turn provide a more confident and safe learning environment for both students and administrators.
That's Jim Dillon, a member of the city's Gang Prevention Community Task force. He supported the measure, as did many others in the city. Survey results showed 73% of students, 90% of family members, and 93% of staff agreed the equipment should be used in at least some city schools.
That speaks volumes to how much the family supports this.
In the first semester of this school year, 12 weapons, including 9 knives, were found in Alexandria schools, and earlier this month, a student had an unloaded gun.
Suppose that would have went the other way around and something happened in that school. The city would have been looking at us saying, what did we do about it?
According to the survey, people who don't want the technology in the schools cited concerns it would change the welcoming environment and the cost, 2 points the board felt were not worth holding back on this plan.
As someone who makes a decision on budget, that would be my perspective. You can't put a price on the safety for our students.
And that was Max Marcilla reporting. Now, we don't know how many systems will be a part of the pilot program. We do know that each one costs between $13,000 and $60,000, depending on the model. And the district is planning on funding the pilot program from its capital budget and will also seek out grants.
And we have new details on the Lexus involved in the deadly crash Wednesday on Rock Creek Parkway in D.C. So online records show more than $12,000 in unpaid speed camera tickets. We wanted to find out how a car with so many fines is still allowed to be on the road. Our Daniel Hamburg has those answers for us tonight. He joins us live near the crash scene above Rock Creek Parkway. Daniel, what can you tell us?
Tests mean that Lexus SUV that sped away from police has 44 unpaid tickets for red light and speed cameras here in the district. Now, just 2 unpaid tickets can get your car booted, but that often doesn't happen. The crash that left 3 people dead on Rock Creek Parkway started when park police say this Lexus SUV sped away from them early Wednesday morning. We don't know why park police pulled them over, but we do know DMV records show the car has $12,300 in unpaid tickets.
Moving traffic ticket violations are civil in nature. They're not necessarily quasi-criminal, but they're not necessarily processed as criminal infractions.
Washington Bar Association President Donna Maria Lewis says it's not uncommon to find cars in the district with thousands in unpaid fines.
Because of all the appeals options and opportunities that motorists in the district have, that's a part of the reason why you may find these cars and vehicles driving around the city with these really high level fines.
She says you can't be pulled over just for having unpaid tickets. The district boots cars with unpaid tickets when they find them, but part of the problem is a priority and part of the problem is a resource issue.
You need bodies, you need, the mechanisms and resources in place to remove these vehicles and then to impound them. And I just don't think that here in the district we have the capacity really to uphold that policy.
Lewis says the next step is figuring out who gets charged and with what. Speed cameras only capture license plates, not who's driving. But
there's an argument to be made that if you can say that these tickets were attributed to the offending motorist, that those could be factors and circumstances that enhance the penalty that will be requested.
Now, the woman in that Lexus SUV was taken to the hospital yesterday with life-threatening injuries. The man in the SUV was taken to the hospital as well. He is expected to be okay. Park police still haven't released who was driving. We're live in Northwest Washington. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Thank you, Daniel. So tonight, a spokesperson from the rideshare company Lyft released a statement saying this is an unspeakable tragedy and our hearts are with the victims' loved ones. We stand ready to assist law enforcement with their investigation and are working to get in touch with the families and the victims' families to offer our support.